Hello everyone, welcome to Fablehaven Knock on the Coffin Lid, the Nightmares of Millenis. It has been a while since I have been in Midian, so this is your first time seeing this game. Welcome. This is a roguelike deck builder inspired by Slay the Spire, and one that I truly love. I've been covering this game for my almost 5 years now, and its first DLC/expansion has arrived. There's been a little bit of confusion surrounding it, including from myself, so allow me to just very quickly clarify what I've learned. So, Millenis Nightmares Under Challenges is not the DLC. This is kind of like an update to the DLC that's coming in the future that will provide additional challenges on top of what the DLC actually is. And what is the DLC, you may ask? It is here in story mode, right here.
What's next?
We're not done here. There's no next until you show me everything you're capable of. I'm disappointed. We will continue when I'm satisfied with the outcome.
So what does that mean? That means I have not beaten the game and unlocked the golden coffins for everybody. All three characters need to have their golden coffins to open up the Nightmares of Millenis. Like I said, this is an expansion of sorts. It's added on top of the story once you've seen it all. So you may have noticed the coffin lid moved over for Vanadis. That's because she has a black coffin, which means I defeated the alternative final boss on her and not Millenis. So today, I'm going to attempt to defeat Millenis with Vanadis, change the ending of her story, and hopefully unlock the DLC so we can begin rolling out the tarot videos probably every other day in the coming weeks. So there are two requirements to defeat. Well, there's one first one we have to deal with, and that is we have to be a good girl. The true heroine that we need. So because I'm not sure, I've never actually fought Millenis as Vanadis. Each of the characters have a different version of the final boss. I'm going to bring out the big guns. Because we have completed all the challenges, we have the elevated class versions of everything. So for the elevated Raven Sister, connection cannot be reduced by cards or skills, but if connection is more than 20, it is reduced to 20 at the start of the turn. Recalling the pet increases the damage from Frostbite by 1. This is my favorite variant of Vanadis. However, there have been massive balance changes to the game. A lot of them were nerfs, for better or for worse. So we'll see how it all pans out. They've also added in the event log and a whole bunch of just keeping track of stuff. You do have to reset the story, unfortunately, so it doesn't, bug out. I understand that, but, hey, I didn't play much of it anyway, so I'm not that miffed about it. Let's hop in, shall we? So there will be some, talking from Mortis as we explore the world and go see what's up. But, I'm very happy with the addition of the event log. Again, it's kind of unfortunate people had to reset their event progress, but for me, like I said, I played mostly the challenge thing, so that's whatever. But basically what this does is this keeps track of all of the intertwining aspects of the event. So as you can see, there is 09 out of the Marauder, and we can look at the event log to kind of see what we get. Now, for a little bit of spoilers, I suppose, whatever, we're here at the end. If you're playing as Percival, the first character, you need to have a death-defying mechanic in order to defeat final boss. I don't believe that is necessary for Vanadis. However, I'm not sure. So we're still going to go see if we can get that. The best one I know about, or the main one I know about, is over here in the swamps. So we're going to head this way and take on the champion, who's a pretty good guy to slay anyway. Oh, this event has been changed. 0 out of 10, my goodness. So how do you be a good or evil character? It is all dependent on the zone. So I guess since I know this is guaranteed, we'll go this way. Alright. And we'll explain it as we get going. So Vanadis. Vanadis is the most complex character of the 3. And arguably I'm playing one of the more complex variants of her. But the way she works is she has a pet. Ours is Hugin. And we have 5 mana, and we have adaptive cards. Adaptive is the upgrade path. We have cards that have two sides to them. They have our side, signified by this arrowhead, and then they have our pet side, signified by their own mana cost. So whenever we summon our pet Hugin, all these cards will switch over to the other side, and he will take the brunt of the damage. Now, thankfully, we also start with 3 evasion, which is probably because of my elevation, my elevated status. So, let's see, what do we want to... Probably just play all my cards. When fighting the boar, it's not a great idea, because when you attack him, he gains a bunch of strength, but it doesn't matter for us. We're going to be rolling over this for the most part, but the game does get really, really hard for the final boss. So, we'll see if we can make it happen. Meditation's not bad. Connection is our main mechanic, which enhances cards. Do we just take this one? Sure. We'll rip it. Back in my day, that gave something else. A blind, drunk dwarf had left his camp and was staggering somewhere away from the camp. When he saw me, he forgot about his initial intent. His sulky and determined expression changed to a stupid, drunken smile. When he approached me, he began to urge me to come with him. The drunkard was friendly, but it didn't make it any easier for me. I had to get rid of him, somehow. So as mentioned, to be good is very dependent on the zone. For this first zone, we have to help the elves and hinder the dwarves. Let's just get rid of him. I thought. At long last, he left me alone and went on his own way. That bar at the top is the signifier of...
Would you like to recapture the heathlands from the dwarves to return them to the humans?
I think at the top signifies where you're going with the balance. Because I've done a run before on Vanatis, I already have some of it moved over. Apparently, we're already at a good status, but if I keep making poor decisions, that could very easily change.
It would be quite doable with support from the elves.
No. Humans don't belong in that foreign land, amongst people that can turn from friends to enemies at any moment. But the Heathlands have never really belonged to us. Our position has been precarious. And it will never be strong. The Northern Gate is our real home.
So this is some of the lore. Again, if you've never seen the game before, Vanatis is kind of like the final character. She's meant to reveal all of what this is really all about. So, you're coming in on the deep end, my friend.
I couldn't even remember who that was.
We start with connection. That's actually kind of crazy. Let's spawn in Hugin here to see how this works. When we spawn in human, he will do an effect. I believe he does... Yes, Frostbite. And he has insubstantiality. I forgot how strong I was. The elevated status is really going to make this a lot better. Crush is very strong. If we do fight something with armor, we are going into the undead area, so that's probably not bad. Alright, we'll take it. You should stay away from bandits if possible. Don't even try to negotiate with them. It will not end well. I know this firsthand. Alas, I had to cross a bridge that was seized by bandits who were about to blow it up. There was no way around, so I still tried to talk to the bomber. To no avail. I was pretty sure that I'd have to fight. Why is that evil? Oh.
Was he
So yeah.
joking about his explosive temper?
A lot of these decisions, until you have like the events unlocked, a lot of them have a very one-directional outcome, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get Hugin in here. Alright, we beat him up enough that we have put the bomb dismantling
Decide to have a rest?
in the thing. Is it still... End of the turn, deal 1 damage, reach frostbite, and reduce it by half. When equal to 10, deal 20 damage and reset completely. This no longer freezes. Oh. Aw. I also need to draw that card before this reaches 4. Or it dies. There we go. Connection for each... Yes! More connection, more... Ooh, reconnaissance is also exceptional. We'll take reconnaissance. Well, robber boots are good. I like robber boots. Light armor. Effortless motion can be... Was originally very powerful on Vanatis, but it's not very good anymore. We have Ingvar's Civil Crown. but we shall get... Oh, we'll get the flint. This is also nerfed. This now only upgrades one card. And, I mean, upgrading this is pretty good. Making this a non-burn card will be quite helpful. It is a YOLO, unfortunately, but hey, I'm down to YOLO. The Armor of Vengeance. We're losing HP, gain strength and block. Ideally, as Vanitas, we never really get hit. But, we'll see. Unfortunately, I have to take as many events as possible here to try and move my thing back towards... Oh. Oh. Since the owner could not be found nearby, let's assume it's mine. As soon as I opened the chest, a dwarf leapt out of it. Got you. Surrender or die. Oh. You can recruit this guy as a friend. Unfortunately...
You angered him.
If I do this, will it keep its cost? It didn't. Nice. Hugin's kind of the goat.
Was he expecting?
So... That's nice. I came upon a ravaged elven settlement. It seems that it was the work of the outlaws, because the survivors turned on me the moment they saw me. I tried to explain that it was a misunderstanding, and I was innocent, but they didn't even listen. Logical regions do not work on elves. I've always said that. They are worse than dwarves when it comes to mutual understanding. I swear by the supreme gods, it's easier to come to an agreement with demons than hunt these loonies. Oh, the balance. Alright. So there's two ways to do this fight. One is to do this fight. Is it actually possible to kill the kid? Shall we find out? So yeah, with this fight, there are two ways to go about it. One... Oh, I should play this first, I guess. Wait, this still says mana from Vanitas. So the pets... that's fine. The pets have taunt, so they take the aggro from somebody. So that's very helpful, and his insubstantiality is making him take no damage. Which is nice. I think I just killed him, right?
Our meeting is close.
Yeah. I figured I'd kill him because, well, he got in my way. The will to live is very strong. I do like it quite a lot. Maybe we can just use that. Deal 6 damage. The effect is repeated as many times as the value of the target's frostbite. Or deal 6 damage, increase damage by 4 per target's frostbite. We are inflicting frostbite, but frostbite is a bit of a weird one. I think we'll just take the will to live. This will give me a way to survive. We can cheese out a lot of stuff with the will to live. Ooh, troll leather armor. Back in my day, this was a set. Goblin armor is probably better than this. And this. Yeah. One of the strange things about Vanitas is that there are fewer than 3 cards left in hand. Draw a random card. Oh. Alright, we'll take this one. This is more of a problem earlier. It's less of a big deal now, but wait, this removes the multi-attack? I guess it makes sense. It becomes more of a debuff thing. One of the things about Vanitas is that she... Yeah, sure. She relies a lot on her pet for its strength, so equipment can be very weird on her.
I can't help but admit that it was wise of the dwarves to drive the humans out into the elven lands. Now the bandits are fighting the elves, robbing their wagons and sowing chaos in the frontier. You can recognize the signature style of these cunning dwarves.
You're being too rational. I thought you'd be furious. The dwarves are the ones who brought suffering upon your own people.
If the elves helped my people, then we could survive together. But those bastards forbade us from returning to the south. And where do the humans go now? They are in a bind. Cruel foolishness. I hate more even than reasonable cruelty.
Vanitas is very into being a ruler. Draw 1 card from the draw pile and discard a random card each time a card is burned. I don't think we'll equip this. Oh yeah, we have the Thieves' Boots. No need to. So here at camp, we can do one of two things. We can either train to upgrade a card, or we can do training, which upgrades the pet. Each of the pets have their own type of training. I suppose we'll see what Hugin does. I don't remember. Gotta be honest. So we can increase the number of pet summons. Hugin has the most at 5. Or, upon summoning, inflict 2 frostbite on all enemies. Or we can find a random card. I think we'll do Frosty Wings here. Oh, wait, I can do both? Oh, wow, my elevation is actually crazy. Sounds good to me. These cards are actually very powerful as well. We can use this to really lean into the DPS, but I want to make sure we grab a few defensive cards here. Hugin is surprisingly tanky.
Why did you decide to run away from the Empire all the way to the Heathlands?
Well, Ingvar couldn't take in all the fugitives. You said yourself that the feudal lords of the Empire would never forgive such an impudence, even coming from the Lord of the Northern Gate.
He was supposed to catch fugitives, then execute them or send them back under escort, but he didn't.
Right, and in order to not cause him trouble, we had to go further north.
Did you know that the first settlers moved into the Rotten Bog? The swamp cultists are their descendants.
No one has gone there for ages. Everyone goes to the Heathlands. They are considered to be the domain of the dwarves, but the dwarves have rarely appeared there. They didn't pay any attention to us.
Until there were too many of you, thanks to the connivance of Ingvar.
I haven't really thought of that.
Some backstory here. Some of this even I don't know. I haven't... Vanadis was added very late. Or she was the final character, of course, so obviously she was added late. And then her story was only added really in 1.0. As far as I know, champions never fight ordinary opponents. Give these vain warriors a warlord or a chief. At least, why would he want me? Did the primordial spirits whisper to him that I was the one he was going to decide the fate of the world? God, how nice. Do the almighty spirits see me as a threat? That would be twice as nice. We'll probably equip this. We could put on our bow. I do like the Sword of Luck. I don't really feel like doing a piercing build. Piercing build is all the rage. Well, was. I don't know about now. What if I just do this? The target has Burning or Frostbite, deal 26 damage. Nice. Oh, should have done that first. Some things never change. Ooh. Oh yeah, we can keep dealing damage. We keep drawing because of the Lucky Charm, which I might end up keeping. Although I think this guy... Does he have the unique item for this Vanadis or the other one? I almost don't want to tech out of this, honestly. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, the carousel. Back in my day. I remember when they added that. When you draw to the end of your deck, carousel is added, which refreshes your deck, but also adds a curse into it. I'm not saying I was responsible for that, but people were doing infinite turns. You know, Fusion Instinct Knife, if you were there. I'm taking health damage from attacks. No. Some enemies who have Frostbite, removing Frostbite. I've never liked this card. I'll take Permafrost. This is a talent. Ooh, the Elven Amulet. Gain 1 energy and 1 evasion. Damage taken is increased by 30%. They really nerfed evasion in, like, all of its forms. As Vanadis, I've never really felt... I've always liked 5 energy. I don't think we need a 6th one. Fox, I think we'll take Flash Amulet. This will... At the start of combat, everybody gets 3 stacks of exposure. But I don't think... We'll take the immunity there. I don't think that will apply to Hugin. So the medal. The medal is a very powerful card. Every time you win a battle, you upgrade a random card in the deck. Now, the downside to this is that our adaptive cards, we get to choose when you upgrade them. And if you have the medallion, the medal, it will YOLO upgrade them. So I think I'm actually going to keep the charm. And see if we can use our backstab to go kind of sort of infinite. Kind of sort of. I suppose we'll upgrade Permafrost. Upgrading talents is always a safe bet. Some of them are even unplayable without the upgrade. When I went north to find a new home in the Heathlands, one of my accidental travel companions advised me to never enter the Rotten Bog under any circumstances. I took his advice and had to fight my way through the Crimson Steppes, and boy did I curse him. But now when I know what unimaginable horror lies in the depths of the swamp, I am grateful for the advice. So here in the swamp, in order to be a goody-goody two-shoe, we need to slay the undead, basically, essentially. Anthony, you foul, foul boy. I think I know this event is good. It's been some time. Because we ended up being evil in the first zone, this zone and the next zone both have to be good or else I'm kind of screwed. So we'll head this way. I suppose I can hit a few events along the way. The Abandoned Village is a tough one. This is a real tough one. Do I still go? The Bone Bow is strong. No, we'll take it. If you don't know what you're doing in the Abandoned Village, it's just a bad time for everybody involved. So welcome to... Oh, expose increases damage taken by 100%. It's not... Okay, it's different. My bad, my bad. Well, it's still pretty good. If we can find a way to inflict exposure, that'll be quite powerful. Gain 6 block for each enemy that intends to attack. Meh. Burn a random card and draw power restoring energy. This could be okay. Could also be pretty bad. I think we'll take the Iron Helm here. At least it gives me strength. It is easy to get lost in fetid swamps. You only have to turn off the trail to find yourself in a natural maze. Few people will be lucky enough to come back, but I've traveled a lot. In my short life, I've been in much worse wilderness, and I've learned to navigate such terrain. So we can go towards the smoke, go deeper into the swamps, follow the human footprints, or go towards the lake. We can follow the human footprints. This is probably an undead. I've been cursed. Having noticed some human footprints, I set off after them. Unfortunately, they led nowhere. Or rather, they got lost among the swamps. As a result, I wandered around the fetid bog all day and caught swamp fever. Unfortunate. I know that cultists attack outsiders because they're afraid. They're afraid someone will find out and give away their sacred mysteries. I tried to prove to them as hard as I could that I was a human like them, that I could be trusted, and that they should not fear me. I was offered to drink Mite Queen to join in the local traditions and earn the trust of the villagers. I guess nothing bad will happen if I try it just once. So this is the death-defying event I mentioned at the start. Again, I don't know if this is necessary for Vanadis. It is mandatory for Percival. Not this one in particular. There are a few ways you can get around it, but this is the one I chose to do to get his golden coffin. This is an evil event, unfortunately. After drinking the ichor, I earned the trust of only one village, and much more needs to be done to establish peaceful relations with the entire cult.
With the help of Ichor, the deity of the Rotten Bog changes and reshapes the world to its liking. Who knows how it will affect you?
If I grow tentacles, I will give you my permission to kill me.
The consequences are unpredictable. Some people drink it for centuries and only get stronger, while others quickly lose their minds and turn into bellowing zombies.
I take it no one has started bellowing on the first try? Admit it. You're afraid of something else, of me getting close with the swamp dwellers.
What are you talking about? You've made a commitment to a destructive cult through a secret ritual of which I know almost nothing. How do you think I should react to that?
You know, that's a fair point. The local people tied up a girl and left her at the mercy of the swamp knights to earn the blessing of their deity, and I happened to witness this horrible ritual. I was told that if I did not interfere, I'd feel the knight's blessing too. That is tempting, I must say. But I shall save her. We need to do some good boy stuff. Or I suppose, the good girl stuff. So, let's get to work. Shall we? Sure.
So, who do you say you met?
That will give us some, more mana. I suppose we can reconnaissance. Kind of unfortunate that we drew the mouth of the volcano here, but c'est la vie. So you can use the pets as sacrificial pawns. I wouldn't call it the wisest idea. But when they fall, the only thing that happens is you get, like, I think for 2 turns you can't summon them again. But we could do something really cheeky if we want to. I'm kind of okay with that. If I need to. So, she's only attacking once. We can unsummon Hugin. And I believe I can summon him again. I hope so. Start of each turn, reduce maximum health by 5 to a minimum of 1. And gain 1 strength. That is unfortunate. Huh. Yeah, so if you dismiss him and summon him back, there's no cooldown. Icebreaker. This might not be awful, but I still don't understand quite the point of Phoenix, but we'll just skip this. Troll's helmet, Sadist boots. So every turn gain either 1 evasion or 1 bleeding. No, I'm fine. I'm okay. Alright. I'm trying to remember. Oh, this is the Death Altar. Ooh, okay, we'll go this way. I came across a hermit's hut and met its dweller. I liked the old eccentric alchemist a lot. The kind-hearted old man was very friendly to me. At parting, he gave me various potions and asked for nothing in return. Unfortunately, the potions turned out to be of rather dubious quality. Either old age or loneliness seemed to have harmed the old man's brain, such that he's confused the recipes. Though a weird potion, I've gotten this a few times, the effect is unknown, may be fatal. So the little tooltip there. It says, never drink this if you have only 1 life. We have 2. So I will drink it, just to see what it does. But, I'll wait. An armored zombie is not only a great danger, but also a valuable trophy. I wonder how the Fire Brother's armor ended up on him. It's hard to imagine that a Fire Brother willingly drank the ichor. Maybe he was forced. Or was it an accident? Most likely, he simply rose from the dead under the influence of the rotten bog's corruption. There could be nothing worse for a guardian of purity and a fighter against vices. This should be a good action. Ooh, true neutral.
He's far from being an ordinary zombie.
So, back in the day... being neutral meant that you were good. I don't know what it means now. It'd be a real shame if I do this whole thing just for it to be... Oh yeah, you ignore attacks from the deal 5 or less. He also gains strength, which is annoying. But thankfully he will burn to death, so there's that. That guy could be very difficult to fight. Oh!
What you did was very noble. You freed a pure soul from the dungeon of vicious flesh, where it was confined against its will for eternity.
Beautifully put. I did it to get some armor, but it's still nice to hear. Still, how could this happen? A zombie fire brother?
I'm at a loss, but it wasn't an accident. and I dread to think what demoralizing effect that poor wretch had on his brothers. I'm afraid that's the purpose he was created for, to horrify others. What you did was not only noble, but also very necessary.
Alright, thanks, Mortis. The Death Altar. A death idol, ancient and moldy. A death trap was just the right place for it, should you make an offering to such dangerous and inconceivable forces. So at this place, you can sacrifice blood. Apparently I don't have enough HP to do loads of blood. I'm trying to remember what these options all are. I know them all. The most important one, though, is sacrifice loads of blood. It gives you... Is it 100 more HP? It's a lot more max HP, which is very important for a different character. Not us. We'll go a lot of blood. Added Ward 5. That's not bad. Certainly not bad. So, what do you feed Waggytail? Waggytail's not here right now. Please try again later. We'll go Frosty Winks. I'd love to find the Raven set, but I have a feeling we're not going to. Do I do this again? I currently don't have a payoff for connection, but there are some very potent ones, if we can find them. Alrighty. Sometimes girls sacrificed to the divine might return. Thank you, Mortis. Return to the village safe and sound. They become important members of the community and begin giving birth to nasty freaks, most of whom die. However, not only did the Mite Queen survive and grow up, she became a local demigod. Where's my doll? I wish I knew. She asks all her servants the same question about her doll. If there is no doll, she kills them. How do you know? They come back to life under the influence of the Ichor and tell everyone about it. Oh, okay. This is annoying. Do I have to get rid of it, unfortunately. What a questionable turn one. But hey, we got Permafrost in play.
Another one?
So one of the quirks about this character is that she takes half damage, I believe. Yes, as long as her little pets are alive. So, let's put an end to that, shall we? I believe that's at the end of the turn. It's probably fine. I might as well kill one.
You have one less enemy.
Oh no, my little flower! Ooh, not the volcano. Yes, please. We can go Unbridled Fury. She's about to summon another pet. Oh, I could have dismissed Hukin here. That was probably the play. Because I'm on fire. My, oh my. Get this out of the deck. Remember when I said this character is surprisingly tanky? This is kind of what I meant. 64 block? Yeah. Currently my only use for connection is just having
You didn't fight fair.
an unholy amount of block.
Good.
So, we are going to dismiss Hukin here. And just, I could restore one energy. You know what? We will. I'll do this again. Nice. This is burning is start of the turn, so it gets rid of the thing. Let it burn. Hukin. His respawn, of course, cleared his burning. He got to keep his talent. Nice. Once upon a time, he didn't, so I'm glad that's the way it is now. Oh, and his insubstantiality came back. That's kind of cracked. Well, it turns out, team, it was a pretty good idea for me to unlock all of the elevated classes. Unfortunately, this Swamp Fever is really causing problems. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Burn to death. Ooh. That's pretty good. Reduce my health by 20 until the end of the battle. Gain 1 immune and 1... On receiving connection, deal 5 damage to each enemy. At the start of a turn, gain 4 strength if you have connection. Well, that's pretty good. If Vonadus deals more than 15 damage, gain 2 strength. This is exceptionally powerful. And with the Swamp Fever, we might be able to make it happen. Or, upon burning a card, increase connection by 1. The Strength and Bandana. Increase pet's max health by 10. The damage taken by the pet can't be more than half of its current HP. We'll take the Amulet of the Orcs. I might be able to make this happen, actually. Thanks to the, this is Frostbite, right? Cool. Mite Queen's Hair. If a curse comes to hand, deal 8 damage to each enemy. That's been reworked as well. Most of these have been reworked. I wish this reduced your cost, but that's okay. The denizens of the bog are essentially unhappy people. The taint of the Mite had gradually changed them, and before they knew it, they turned into pathetic caricatures of themselves. They lived like their fathers did, and worshipped the power that their grandfathers prayed to. I think they don't even suspect that the Divine Might is not a supreme god. Things that are obvious from the outside perspective can go completely unnoticed from the inside. I feel sorry for them. Alright. Ooh, hello. Can I make this happen? I think I can from here. Not visiting a single merchant has made me super sad. There's only one merchant here, right? It's this guy. So if I go this way, can I make this happen? I wanted to go here into the Wounded Brother. I don't know what my current status is here, so... Well, we'll start here. The Fire Brothers raided a village on the outskirts of the northern gate. I was seething with indignation, seeing how they herded the frightened people into the town hall, but then it came events that made me change my attitude. One of those frightened people turned into a demon spawn before my very eyes. Who knows how many more Inquilines hide behind the mask of the innocents. We shall attack the demon spawn. Okay, we're very good here. Yeah, that neutral blob, I think, is going to make it so I can't do this. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I killed one of my friends. This was not great. So, I'm not going to do anything this turn. This guy has spikes, which is very unfortunate. Spikes are always super annoying. This is going on to Hugin. I could... You know what? We could do it this way. I don't know if that's a great way. He's getting close to killing my Fire Brother friend. Why don't you have block on? Every time I fight you, you have block. What is this hand? Alright, Hugin. Come save the day. You're the goat. We'll get Mouth of Volcano. Discipline. We'll have to make sure we're using our, Oh! He bonked the shit out of Hugin. Alright. The Woods of Live will protect us from the spikes. And we'll just start bonking.
Poison kills slowly, but surely.
Alright. Hugin should be back this turn. He's not. I lied. Does this kill me? I don't actually know. Well, I have 2 of these.
What's this elixir made from?
Great question. Because he has block, we'll attack twice. Alright.
How many does that mean?
Great. Target's health is more than 50%. Deal the attack twice. Ooh, this works the other way too. We can also do this for drawing. I like draw. Drawing's good. Well, well, well. Ignore Barbed. Upon a pet's attack, it loses 6 health and Vanitas gains 1 strength. Nope. Increase the damage dealt by Vanitas and pet's attack by 1 for each of the target's frostbite. Okay, I can get behind that. Replace enemy's breach with frostbite. Nope. Alright. Raven Bow it is. I have earned the respect of the Fire Brothers, and it will definitely help me in the future. I'm going to make them my allies and purge the demonic plague from the northern gates.
And so, the Brotherhood is attacking the Northern Gate. They won't let anyone breed demons in their backyard.
And Millenis knows that perfectly. She's taken certain precautions. The Brotherhood won't win, but you will finish what they've started. Something Millenis hasn't planned for. At least I hope she hasn't.
She has. Alright, we are more of a good character at this point than I remembered. So we're going to head to the merchant here. And see if we can find anything helpful, which of course we can't. This swamp fever isn't going to kill me, is it? That would be really unfortunate. We also have this. So this is why we have Seared and Infection in our deck. Let's get rid of that. Back in my day, these Flaming and Defiled items used to only afflict you if you had them equipped, but of course now that's not the case. These bandanas are offhand items, so don't get too excited. Wow. I've only found 1 merchant, and it has not been good. How very unfortunate. Alright. Such is life. I need to equip this. I haven't found a way to inflict exposure yet either. I think that I can think of one right now, but oh well. I encountered the mother of imps. She was coming in my direction, surrounded by her ill-mannered kids who behaved outrageously. They were screaming, fighting, grabbing at my clothes, and trying to snatch something. I bore the torture stoically, trying not to anger the mama demon. Having observed me for a while, she decided to strike up a conversation. Where are your kids? I have pets instead of children. Deep down, you're unhappy. You deceived yourself. Have children quickly. You have too many children. Right, there is that. And you have none. Let me share one with you. Choose. Nope. You ungrateful wretch! I'm going to give up my own child to ease your woes, and you turn up your nose. I'll sort you.
I hope you had a plan B.
So yeah, the Acre prevents the next death and restores 100% HP. Any HP recovery after that is possible, which does make it a little difficult for Bjorny Boy, the best boy. This has been a very not great run. What we can do is we can gain some strength from the Orc Amulet before we call in Hugin. Mama loves to summon her little pets. And there are 2 things about the pets. Are they not chicken? Huh. I thought they'd be chicken. Is this just more piercing damage? Yeah. So The pets ignore AoE damage, which can be very annoying. Oh, look into the future was so strong. I have 3 evasion, so we can just block this.
Those would be your last words.
This, however, is going to be a problem. I have so much strength at the moment. It's actually crazy. Ah. Do I summon Hugon? I don't think I need him yet.
Never hurt anybody.
I'm gonna need him in a minute, though. Bonk. Bonk.
Inglorious death.
Alright. So you can just survival in? Oh no, you can just kill this. Nice. Good job, Hugon. My favorite. Alright. Ooh, the Raven Hood. End of battle, or end of the turn, increase connection by 2 if the pet is on the battlefield. Or the Centenarian Raven Amulet, gain 4 evasion when in camp, gain the opportunity to collect embers. Deal 4 damage and inflict the same amount of burning. Strength does not affect damage. Each ember in the draw pile increases damage by 4. There's something you want to get early so you can build it up. We'll take the Raven Hood, because that will... No. That will stack quite nicely with the Look to the Future. We'll get this too. Unfortunately, by auto-equipping my current helmet, I don't think you'll have enough strength to get that train rolling without anything but crush. But hey. I have 2 of these for a reason. We can also drink this to give the pet a full HP bar. I'm really cutting this close. But my 1 HP. Everybody's there having a discussion, but we're just talking about chests. So, I cannot attack this... Whoa. Huh. Now I can attack it. This will kill him in 2 turns. These are some legendary items. I think we'll... Yeah, I have to do more than 15, right? For the amulet. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do Cold Farewell. Oh, on the target. I don't use this card very often. And then we're going to summon in Hugon. Alright, that guy's dead. Cool.
Did you decide to have a rest?
Because the Raven Helmet, we got connection at the end of the turn. Let's do this, 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 this. Close. Almost killed it. There we go. Here we go. Connection. Obedience. This is actually crazy. Deal 6 damage, gain 2 connection for each card in hand. And the pet version is deal 12 damage. If this is the last card in hand, deal damage twice. Oh, that's going to be impossible for me. Was this not deal damage based on your connection? Did they have to nerf that? Probably.
So, the fanatics want to completely destroy the Northern Gate. But I wasn't planning on becoming a ruler of only ashes. Then what's the point in helping them?
Oh, that's an interesting question. In any case, I'm going to settle this. But if you really want to make sense of it all, then you don't have to help them at all. It's far better if they help you. The brothers already know that their plan has failed, but they don't know what to do next. By killing Sigismund, you'll do them a great favor, and you will win them over to your side. The important thing is that there should be at least someone left from their shattered army who is able to provide support to you. And you'll need that support. After all, you can't defeat all the Inquilines by killing their leader. That's not how it works.
But I can take charge of the Inquilines by killing their leader.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that.
Yeah, the Inquilines are big bad. I found the palace armory, but it was guarded by a band of guards who looked rather formidable. They noticed me, but they did not budge. The way their captain looked at me made me immediately realize it was better to keep my distance. However, the temptation to get into the armory was strong. Okay, so this is an evil act. I wasn't sure. It kind of surprises me a little bit, but so be it. Alright. Welcome to the party, Hugin. I love my little bird boy. How dare you make me bleed my own blood. I think I got strength out of that? I'm not sure. Free 10 damage every time I end the turn with Hugin on the field, though. That's nice. That is nice. Well, being dazed is not, but he dies anyway. While I was dealing with the guards, the captain ran away like a coward. He's probably got the keys, and you can't get into the armory without them. Oh, that's unfortunate. Random poison. Eh. The Bicorn of the Fire Brothers. Oh, joy. Flaming Atom upon drawing a burning card, gain 1 strength. The Fire Brothers have a very unique set going on. So if you don't have, is it what, at least 2 of them? 3 of them. I typically don't use them. The Provoker's Mask is infinitely funny. I'm amazed that still hasn't changed. But they know all the info back in the back end, so maybe they've determined it's just not that ridiculous. So the adaptive card here is we deal damage and inflict frostbite per connection, or burning per connection. So as we're skilling up all this connection, we can use our main attack to manipulate it, or with the pets version, if the pet's out when it comes into your hand, you inflict 1 frostbite on a random enemy for each connection. So we can have our entire deck as I forgot about this. Maybe the battle was worth it. As just all of this exploiting connection to create damage over time effects. This is going to be the real question. If I can... I don't think this will trigger the true boss. I had no personal animosity towards Sigismund. We do not even know each other. Some think he's a crazy tyrant. Others don't like his alliance with demons. More power to me. All of his opponents are my allies, who will help me strengthen my grip on the throne of the Northern Gate. For me, he is simply the last obstacle on my way. Nothing else. Alrighty. So because we've done all this before, we actually get the unsupported legendary item, which we can use to kind of not bug it out, but to force the transition of the phase. The way this works is that once you have removed Sigismund's armor, he will kill his pet if it's still alive, and transition into phase 2. Now, for better or for worse, I don't think I actually have the damage to push this. It's actually very difficult to do that with anyone but Bjorn. So, realistically, I should probably play this. And then we will summon Hugin next turn, probably.
Our meeting is
It would be Spikes. Oh, Sigismund, you get. Alright. So, of course, with Barbed, whenever we attack... Whenever you hit with a melee attack, he will... Man, this sucks. Retaliate 8 damage. We, with the bow, don't care about this. So that's nice. I might be able to just push this, though. Which secrets do I want this in? I don't know. So now every time we gain connection, we will do some damage. The Keeper of Illusions can be really annoying. Do I want Hugin out here? I think I do. Alright. Do we want this one or the other one? The other one. Her missing card in hand. How does it determine what's missing? Don't know. So because of all of our connection, as long as we draw a discipline, I think Hugin can just tank everything. Which is part of what makes him so strong. Boom. Was that not meant... Was that not meant to inflict frostbite? So Sigismund is just summoning a thing here, so we will unsummon Hugin. So he can recover his HP. And this illusion we can safely ignore, I think. Or... I don't remember exactly how this works. Oh, that... Unfortunate. Normally I just ignore this illusion, but Sigismund does gain benefits from it, so maybe I should kill it. Or can gain benefits from it. That's a lot of attack here. Buddy old pal. But it's not going to break through 60... Well, it is going to break through 62 armor, unfortunately, but... Only just. That's so much block. So this should have done... Yeah, that triggered damage on Sigismund. Okay. This will give us some energy back. Sigismund is stunned. So what we can do is we can dismiss Hugin. And do this, which should trigger... It should do a lot, actually. Let's see. Yeah, look at all the frostbite triggers. Nice. They didn't always... It used to be where you got to 10 triggers. Well, first of all, it originally used to freeze, which was very abusive. Good times, good times. But then it wouldn't... It would only go up to 10 and then trigger. So every amount you did over 10 was really not worth it. But thankfully, that looks like it has been fixed. So... we'll do this. Call in my boy. Do some damage. Ooh. Wait. We're fine. Totally fine. I like doing this with burn too, because burn stacks in like indefinitely. It does cut itself in half at the end of the turn. But unlike frost burn, you can just stack it to the high heavens. It's good fun. I think we want to keep our boy here. 85. Nice. GG.
I hope you don't mind that I tried out the throne while waiting for you. It was too early, probably, but I wanted to try it. Besides, I was so tired that I barely could stand. The throne is comfortable, even too comfortable. Makes me drowsy. I may have to replace it with something less relaxing. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself again. See, I did it. Mortis, you have no idea how glad I was to meet you here, and not in that cold tomb.
The end of one path is always the beginning of another. It's time to think about the future that awaits you.
I don't know why the voices are so quiet. Because this is about to be pretty loud.
The elves won't
Say.
hold the frontier. It'll be seized before we can intervene. We'll have to use force to put an end to the arrogance of the overreaching dwarves.
This is going to be the moment of truth.
You've managed to undermine the basis of the Grim Cult's survival. The Fire Brothers will easily complete what you have begun, and there'll be nothing left of the rotten bog.
Yes, it worked.
When you killed Sigismund, you saved the Fire Brotherhood, and they won't forget it. You will unite the people disgruntled with the rule of the Inquilines with the Fire Army, and together, you'll put an end to the demon domination.
All right, this should trigger the final boss.
It seems that everything will be fine. We can do it if we defeat her.
Oh.
What a disappointment. I thought that with your astute mind, you'd be able to see through this conjurer without any difficulty. You and I could have a lot of fun with such opportunities, with such power, but you ruined everything. Was Mortis really that convincing? Or did you become afraid of him? My dear, I'm going to show you now who you should really be afraid of.
All right, this fight is apparently kind of fucked. So, I do have a little notepad here, which advises me how to do it correctly. In fact, there was even a dev post after this fight came out in 1.0 asking if they should redesign the whole thing or just add the ability to skip the part that people don't like. I have never seen it for myself, but we're looking for 3 symbols. The slightly left-leaning hourglass with the sickle attached to the top right. This will give Mortis a damage buff. And the dented pentagram with the top part cut off. This will give him a stun ward buff for the next stun attempt. And then one is going to glow really big, and we pick that one. If you don't know what that means, neither do I. But we're going to give it our best shot. I have 2 invulnerability potions, the death protection for the pet, and then the potion. Unfortunately, I'm not going to drink this weird potion because I really don't. I made it this far. Let's see if we can make it happen. I don't know if this is actually going to come into play, the Elixir of Recovery. The Swamp Fever might make it so my max health is literally quite literally 1. So maybe we'll bring the lightning in the jar. All right, Momma Millenis. Let's see if I can beat you. All right, here we go. So, what are we doing? Millenis is immune. She doesn't want to take damage yet. We have the Totem of the Nightmare, which conjures your worst nightmare. It is insubstantial, so it reduces the next instant of damage to 1. Upon the destruction of the totem, it kills summoned creatures. And upon death of an ally, Millenis' totem takes 30 damage. So we are going to do Luke to the Future. It looks like it is permanently insubstantial. Okay. Fair enough. That is a big old boar. So Prince is the pet of Vanadis' first class. Is it going to summon all of them? Burns a random card in the discard pile. If there are no cards left in the discard pile, kills. Kills me. Partially removes armor and evasion from the target. And it has 5 barbs. Okay. So I can ignore the barbs, which is nice. It's kind of hoping I would draw a card here. But it's going to partially remove my evasion, which is what I'm relying on to not die at the moment. So I think we're going to call Huguenot. He should be the target of this. Oh no, it's coming at me anyway. Okay. The frostbite going on Millenis is not helpful. Okay. He's going to gain block and restore HP. I am going to dismiss Hugin. Do I get to pick my draw? Is there a draw that's helpful? I don't think so. Alright. Alrighty. Am I about to die? Because my deck is going to, my deck's going to shuffle. No, it hasn't shuffled yet. Okay. Okay, he's going to do 30 damage. I have an evasion. I could immune this. I don't know if this will kill me. I would assume I can't be brought below 1 HP. I would assume. Assumptions are a dangerous thing, of course. Is it better to kill this with Hugin? Because these attacks, these go off twice, right? So this is 4, 5 damage on this. I actually don't know. I'll science this. It does kill me. I might have bugged this. Can I restart the fight? I cannot. Okay. Did I find a bug? I did. I found a bug. All right. I thought you'd help me deal with that snake. I won't be able to defeat it. I myself didn't know what surprise she'd prepare for us, but now we do know. So let us think about how to deal with it. The main problem is that stupid totem. It is impregnable. You'll need to learn to attack it quickly. Not strongly, but quickly. Who can teach me? All right. I can't imagine who could teach me. Me neither. You've told me too little. Try to explore the world more. Find someone who can teach you to strike many times in a row. Easier said than done. Who are the most skilled fighters on both sides of the Northern Ridge? The orcs. Correct. I'd look for a mentor in the Crimson Steppes. But remember, you're looking for not the strongest warrior, but the most agile and quick one. So I think I don't need the Death of Defiance. Okay, anyone else? Let's try looking at the problem from a different angle. What's stopping you from destroying the totem? Millenis' pet. It is much stronger than mine. Then we need to make your pet even stronger. Camp idols? Idols. When you make an offering to an idol, you can ask for a blessing, not for yourself, but for your pet. One idol probably won't decide the outcome of the battle, but several idols? How many do I need? I don't know. Check it out for yourself. Thanks, Mortis. Anything else? Camp. I can train my pets in camp. It probably won't be enough, but additional improvement won't hurt. Great. Alright. So that was my attempt. My first attempt. Do I just do 2 attempts in one video? Last time you got far enough and saw enough to prepare yourself properly. So this is what happens when you make it all the way to the end. You get some legendary choices. You can remove 3 cards from your deck. You can choose 1 from 3 legendaries. You can increase your match weight by 25, or you can choose a potion. We'll take a legendary card, why not? Was the totem immune to debuffs? I don't think it was, right? Double target burning at the end of the turn, remove all of its burning. This might not be bad. We could go Knowledge of War over the Will to Survive. Now that I don't have reduced max HP, this could be very helpful. It could go Bloody Hands, though. That can also be very helpful. So, we got the hints. We received the hints on how to hopefully advance. And now we're going to act on them. I didn't expect to do 2 runs in one video, but hey, life is full of surprises. And here in the beginning, the first zone. So the first zone is evil. We're going to a different second zone, so hopefully that's good. And then the third zone is good. So as long as I don't get too sidetracked, we should be able to fight Millenis. And now that I remember how powerful my deck is, it's time to go turbo speed. This is always fun. I already have an owner's spray, right? Yeah. I think we're going to skip. On the way, we got parched, and as luck would have it, we couldn't find any other water source except a dirty, smelly puddle. I wouldn't drink the filth on pain of death, but my pet drank his fill. As I watched him greedily slurp up the murky green slush, I was thinking about the consequences of this questionable quenching. Why? The raven is a wise bird, so he didn't drink much. He got off with a slight malaise. When flying, he started slightly lurching to the left. Weakness 1 for the pet, so that should go away pretty quickly. I will admit, it is frustrating when you get to an event and you have, like, no recourse. Oh, that's for me only. Like, my only option is to do an evil thing. I don't want to. It's my only option. So we're fighting off against the dwarves. Hey, look, a way to expose. Sure. Like I said, exposure's pretty good.
The dwarves took the bait and attacked the frontier, just like you thought.
Yes, I've factored this into my plans.
It was all Millenis' idea, and you could have stopped her.
Firstly, I couldn't stop her, and secondly, it wasn't my plan.
Ah, good. So now what? Do the elves have to hold out until I win back the Northern Gate and come to their aid?
That would be the best option.
Why do you think I'm going to help them at all?
Because it would be beneficial for you.
Well, we'll see. If I benefit, I can't complain.
I'm sure you'll find a way. I gladly bow down to all the elven idols I meet along the way, but dwarves chop them down for some reason. Why are they doing this? Personally, I don't mind, but what's the point? After all, dwarves worship the primordial spirits too, and the spirits themselves do not care who makes the offerings at all. These powerful artifacts help anyone who is generous with offerings. If you destroy them, aren't dwarves afraid of angering their guardians? We'll stop the dwarves. Good boy points. I decided to protect the idol in order to use it for its intended purpose. Also, I realized the status has reset. So, this guy gets taunt. But I think I can kill this guy straight up with expose. In fact, I'm sure I can. Now, one quirk about the dwarves is all of them have this berserk mechanic. If you play 2 cards of the same type in a row, they will gain fury, which doubles their damage. I'm kind of so strong at the moment that it doesn't matter, but that is very important if you're coming into this just like from the beginning. And that's very important to remember for Bjorn, who primarily has only attacks. Suppose we can take Poison Edge. Poison damage is good. So, this is interesting. These are new. I think this is trying to point me in the direction of, hey, this is helpful for defeating Millenis. Of course, plus 5 HP is not going to do anything. So we are going to tribute 100 coins for a unique card. The Will of the Forest Spirits. Gain 2 of a random effect. Barbed Strength Balm. They nerfed this. It was exceptionally powerful. Since the owner couldn't be found, this is mine. Yoink. The Worm's Head. Gain 3 barb from taking damage, inflict bleeding. Sure. Ideally, I don't take damage, but sure. I could get along with many different animals, but a man-eating bear is not the case, as they say. With all due respect to the animal world, it is not always possible to connect with them. Sometimes it's just a question of who wins, with no other options. I'm gonna be evil. I think even if the next event makes me evil, I'll be neutral, which counts for being good. I hope. I bloody hope. Drawing is good. This is an interesting card. Because it used to be the pet was out all of the time, and now you can't give strength to the pet. I'm not sure what this is about, honestly. Drawing is good. Ooh, starting with the Raven Hood. Yes, please and thank you. The Robber's Knife is also quite good, but we're going to go with the Raven Hood. If the health is less than 50%, gain 16 block at the start of the turn. They nerfed this too. I mean, it's better than the Crown. I want this to inflict 2 exposure for sure. Oh, shell. So it looks like they want you to kill the totem. Remove barricade. I guess I can do this. Sure. We'll play one of these. Call out my boy. My goat. Okay, he doesn't get armor from that.
Was there some enemy, or have I missed something?
No, we're good. This is quite good. Especially the upgrade where we deal 5 damage 2 times. I guess we'll take it. It's not overly helpful for what we're trying to achieve, but we can make it happen. The dwarves have not driven the elves out yet, but have already set up outposts on the road. This means that humans want to say goodbye to the heathlands forever. No one can pass through the frontier now. If you're not shot by the elven snipers, then these brave riders will catch you and finish you. The fugitives from the Empire have nowhere else to go except the cultists of the Rotten Bog, and even those will soon go down. Well, we'll see about that. When the throne of the Northern Gate is mine, I will not let this go. Why do you kill humans? Oh, we don't want to kill you. Just get out of the heathlands and the frontier. These lands belong to the dwarves. Death awaits you here. Go to the sunny city. Let your old friends shelter you. The elves are killing us too, and you know it well. It's not our problem. You should have chosen your friends more wisely. Okay, good. Good boy points. The first zone is secure. Oh, I need to change my hat. I would love to do double this. They're waiting a turn for me. That's nice. What's the other one? Sure. That's so strong. So, this guy, when severely wounded, he gains bonus strength, but if he's also the last character, his strength is doubled, so you want to get rid of him right quick.
This one is done.
Right quick indeed. Right. Nah, I'm good. I suppose we can get this. This is not very useful for Vanadis, but a set is a set, I guess. The selling price of all items increased by 30%. Oh, this is part of a set as well. I think the same set we just picked up. I wouldn't mind upgrading this. This is also a good upgrade. Or maybe we upgrade this. Shall we get the burn? Let's do a burn build. This can get wildly out of control. Just the way I like it. I think we'll increase the summons of the pets this time. I think that'll be more helpful. So we should be able to just burn through. The idea would be that we summon and unsummon the pet during the final boss, more often than you should technically be able to. It is disgusting to involve half-witted and naive trolls in this dirty and unjust war. I did not expect that from the dwarves, who always want to be on the side of light, but who'd never have the brains to do it. How could they even think of such an abomination? I am fuming. So there's this achievement with this guy to get the troll to kill his master.
Trolls are the most innocent victims of war. But you hardly think about that when one of these monsters is coming at you.
So playing 2 attacks in 1 turn changes the intent to furiousness. I think, can you not confuse this guy? Thinking. So by doubling the, by triggering this guy's fury, he'll deal double damage to the troll. So he can kill the troll for us. Which is always fun. Unfortunately, I did not draw Discipline, but that's okay. I could even unsummon Hugin here. Because of my evasion. He's about to deal a relatively healthy amount of damage to this guy. Evaded. Bonked. I wish I remembered how to get him to turn.
The means don't matter.
I really don't remember. Are you hitting? Okay. It doesn't matter, you're dead.
You didn't have to finish him off.
And that is the power of the burn build. Alright. Bonkity bonk bonk. Bonk bonk. Ooh, Fire Master. Start of the turn, take 2 damage and inflict 8 burning on all enemies. This effect stacks. I wish I had ways to heal. About Fire Pet. But attacking burning enemies deal 5 damage to the pet and increase the target's burn by 8. I need a way to heal. Or be immune. Or both. It's not like... Is it like it's impossible? I think... Did I take this yet? No, we're going to take this. I somehow have the 3 set for this? Double the effectiveness of armor. For the battle, gain 1 armor per 100 gold. When taking damage without losing HP, deal 1 damage to the attacker per 2 block. At the end of the enemy's turn, restore HP at the expense of block, and while using any potion in battle, gain strength 5 until the end of the game. Should I try this? I have never been able to do this build before. I suppose we can see. Cursed item. If a burden comes to hand, gain 2 strength. You know what? No. We have to keep this as part of the set. Okay. If you want to pass through the Crimson Steps and stay alive, and not be enslaved by orcs or eaten by goblins, brute force alone is not enough. You need to be able to negotiate with orcs and goblins. I'd come this way in the opposite direction once, and I knew how it was done, but it did not ensure my success. So I should be able to be... Ooh. Huh. This area I can be as crazy as I want to be. Oh, hello. Shall we go here? Oh, yes. So I think these crowns are all hints at like, hey, this will help you in the final fight. I don't know what this is. I guess we should go here. Because I can get to this through this, which I guess we'll do. Alright. We might have to be evil here. Better for worse. But, you know, normally I have no qualms about being evil. This zone can be a little difficult for Vanitas because it has so much ward. But, we can make it happen. See? What'd I tell you? We can make it happen.
Easy.
Crush is not bad. Sure. Orcs became extremely excited about the appearance of huge earthworms and immediately started hunting them. Isn't that funny? Actually, it's all one can expect from orcs. These trophy and glory-hungry hunters could kill all the giants before goblins managed to raise an army from them. Was there any way for me to stop it? Yes. For example, I could kill a hunter who offered me to take part in a safari, but I'd be better off accepting his invitation and making a lot of money. Don't mind me real quick. Fast strike training. Could you teach me your fast strikes? Of course, if you help me kill a worm. Deal. This is an evil action, but like I said, we can be evil here. So the reason I switched to the bow is that the giant worms have barbs. And, you know, not about that life. With the bow, we can, of course, ignore the barb. We'll switch back to the other, to the sword.
The enemy decided to defend.
That is a lot of block.
Bristling.
Kinda wish I picked up the other talent then. Alright, Hugin. That one weakness seems like it's gonna be permanent. Alright. This is coming at me, but I should evade it. I bloody hope. I could have done piercing blow to make this guy do more damage, but... Nice. Good evasion. GG.
That one won't rise from the dead.
Good swap to the bow. Ooh, ignition. If the attack hasn't dealt damage HP, inflicts 6 acid. Acid? Oh. Weaken the strong is also pretty good. We'll take ignition. Ignition's a powerful burn card. And we get the worm poison, which kill the target if it has less than 30% HP. And we get fast strikes. Discard your entire hand, draw 6 jab cards. Ooh. Okay.
One less worm, one more worm. What's the difference?
Let's assume that it was the most gigantic worm, which, by the way, fed on worm hunters. What will happen after its death? Well, first of all, the hunters won't become its lunch, but will disperse in search of other worms and begin to exterminate them. Should I continue?
No, I understand what you're getting at. A seemingly insignificant event can have global consequences.
Right. All our plans are based on this.
Plans are your concern. I prefer to act according to the situation.
You heard her. Alrighty. What's in the box? Oh. Garbage. Wait, do I have no chest piece? I doubt. Okay. Whatever. More max HP. The Elixir of Growth. This is a fun event. I wanted to test the growth elixir that goblins used to feed their earthworms. Not on myself, of course, but on my pets. Great idea, isn't it? I managed to strike a deal with the goblin alchemists. They agreed to give me some elixir if I killed one weird fat orc. As that will produce so much potion that there'll be enough for everyone. So you get to know the orc. I've never collected this option because the growth elixir is actually crazy. So we're gonna kill him. He can be a rather difficult fight. If, you know, you aren't prepared. I'm not opposed to this. I do only have 2 strength. What am I doing if I'm not doing this? Double connection. Does Hugin have bonus strength? He does, and 1 weaken. Ah. Alright. We'll just build up our connection. I think I will dismiss Hugin for now. Oh, this is unfortunate. Nice. Not nice. Alright, we blocked. Good. Now we're talking. I have once. Hugin? So is he going to come in with one weakness every time? Oh, it's so annoying. It's fine. We're doing a burn build. Hugin's not as important for a burn build. It's fine. I'll do it myself. Alright. GG, good fella.
What was he expecting?
So our game plan is going to revolve around connection. Gain 50 HP, increase match HP by 50, gain 3 strength until the end of the game. For 10 burning on all enemies that don't have burning. Remove burning from all enemies. The pet's next attack will deal an additional 2 damage for each removed burning. Ooh, that could be pretty good. Deal 5 damage to each enemy. Get a random burned skill. Get back a random burned skill. I currently only have attacks that I burn. Interesting. Pyromancer could be strong. I've never used it before. Maybe we bring this out. Let's use it. The boots! Replace all enemies breach with frostbite. That's annoying, but the 2 bonus set is pretty good. Gain 2 connection upon summoning a pet. I'll take it. As you remove my 3 set here. But currently, I'm not using it, so take the booties. So from here, we can go a few places. This event is part of... This is part of the story, so I think we'll go here. The Golden Buffalo can be a lot of fun, but... You know. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can I kill you quickly? If you give me strength. Beautiful.
It's strange. I thought you already had developed immunity to poison.
I thought so too. 8. Alright. We lost 4 HP.
His ordeal is over.
No big deal. Deal 7 damage, resistance 7 damage, everyone on the... Okay. Don't need it. That was a way to get more connection, but... A gang of orcs are beating an old goblin, and I could not decide which of them to help. Any decision has its consequences, even if they are subtle and insignificant at first glance. Orcs need to be weakened so that humans have fewer troubles. However, the odds in the fight were obviously on their side, and taking the side of the weaker is not my style. After all, I could just walk by, but in that case, the outcome of the fight would be foregone. Help the goblin. Good boy thing to do. Although, ironically, the goblin doesn't actually need our help. So, keep that in mind. Hey look, it's Ward. What a shock. Shall we? I'm not being attacked, so. You can only came by to remove their ward. Although I was being attacked, apparently. News to me. Hugin.
You didn't have to finish him off.
Actually, hold on. Should have done that way. I still have an evasion, though. I'm going to block it. Nice. Together, we easily dispersed the orc gang. I couldn't understand whose merit was greater. It looked like he could have done it without me. I decided to find out the secret of the little goblin's supernatural power. At first, he didn't want to tell me. However, he turned out to be a braggart greedy for flattery. I've never seen such a strong goblin before. Oh dear. My. And you won't see one again. I'm a one of a kind. I'm a special, unique super goblin. You must be a goblin chief or a king. No, not yet. On the contrary, no one respects me. Everyone pushes me around. But from now on, everything will be different. My life has divided into before and after. Before and after what? Before and after I fell into a cauldron with growth elixir. A super strong goblin is good, but if there are lots of them, it can become a problem. Fortunately for the orcs, this goblin is not going to reveal the secret of his strength to his people. He wants to remain unique, but he's too talkative. If he lets it slip, the game is over. Total extermination of the orcs will begin in the steppes. So, he has to be killed. Certainly. That is a shame. If one super strong goblin is good, and a lot of them are bad, then we need to make sure that he remains one of his kind. That's for, like, story progression later. I think I'm skipping. Keeping the deck thin is its own reward. Alright, let's do this Aventus. Having found myself in the city, I started to feel safe. No one glanced at me unkindly or threateningly. Quite the contrary, in fact. Everyone around me understood that I had not entered the city by accident, and there was only one reason why I was let in. Money. As long as I had money, I could stay in the city for as long as I wanted. This is about the idol. Okay. That's unfortunate. Let's hit the vendor. See what he's got. Oh, the lucky trader. Well. Welcome back. So the lucky trader has super expensive goods, but he sells things that are otherwise very difficult to acquire. We definitely want this. I wish I could find the whole set for the armor, the Crimson Steps, but this will do. Does he sell trinkets anymore? He used to. Oh. I guess we'll buy the Axe of the Thundering Mountain. So we'll sell our Sword of Luck. Unfortunate, but is what it is. This bow and this. We now have the 4-piece for this, which is what? At the end of enemy's turn, restore HP at the expense of block. So we can use our block that we would theoretically gain from our armor, from gold, to heal ourselves. Which is a pretty good way of healing if we have a lot of money. Which presently, it's gone down. We can remove a card from our deck. The deck does feel a little fat at the moment. Maybe this one? Alright. We shall depart. We will train to endure. I now have 7 summons, which is actually ludicrous. And I think we want to upgrade this. I mean, I want to upgrade this as well. There's so many things I want to upgrade. Do I do the idol? I might actually do the idol. In which case, I should have done a different upgrade. Give me the bow. Should have the 2-piece. The 3-piece. Ah, right, I have the booties. So, upon calling off a pet, deal 1 damage to a random enemy for each connection. So, summoning and unsummoning becomes even more powerful with this, which is fantastic. The orc chief pointed his finger at me and said to his shaman, Tabangdu. I used to know the orcish language quite well, but now I just can't remember what this phrase means. Oh, he didn't say anything offensive to you, do not worry. But what did he say then? Your pronunciation is so bad that I can't translate it exactly. You don't want to tell me? Fine, I'll find out myself. He said, possession. You learned that from Bjorny Boy. Well, this is unfortunate. So, the brothers. They are heavily warded, as you can see. And they work in 2 ways. You can, if you would. I could unsummon him, but it's fine. So, I have a few tricks. The Chieftain, of course, has the Orc Trap. So when you play 3 attacks in a row, it ends my turn, and he gains 3 strength. This guy will resurrect Moggut if he dies. But if this guy dies, he will... Moggut will sacrifice his turn to protect him. Let's be a little cautious here. We will unsummon to do some stuff. I guess we'll bleed. Oh, 1 bleed is really not worth it, I don't think.
Blast it all.
Blast what? Why? Who? When? Where? How? This card is awful against this boss. Are these all attacks? They sure are. So we can do... This will inflict acid. Which is all well and good. Gain some strength. Hot farewell. And then bonk. Okay. Hugon's going to get hit here for 1 because of the insubstantiality. That's fine. Acid. Oh, it went away. Thought it would stick around. Can I kill him? I don't think so. So we'll do it this way. Okay. He's pretty close to dying. Of course, this guy has so much armor, it's insane. There's the death.
He calmed down.
We will now unsummon. And then set him on fire. Which ends my turn. He died to the damage over time effects. And now it's just us. Just you and me. Hugin. If you would, please. We're pretty much just going to burn through his health using the burning. Get it? We're burning through him. By burning. It's not telling me how much damage this should do. Should be like 35. Not ideal. Burn. Baby burn. Disco Inferno. Alright, sure. There you go. Have 3 frostbite. He's still on fire. You love to say it. Okay. He's not attacking, so we're waiting. More fire? I need more fire. I know what he's about to do, and I don't like it. He's about to hit me for the amount of block that he has, but he's also about to die, so... Alright. Good talk. Deal 30 damage to Vanitas and gain 3 insubstantiality. Huh. I wonder how this works if I'm immune. Oh, Fire Master. You know what? I'm going to take this. This could be a good win con. And the Centenarian Raven Bow, or Raven Amulets. There are only attacks left in hand, inflict 2 burning for each card in hand on all enemies. If there are only skills left in hand, inflict 2 frostbite per skill. We'll take this. The Raven set is very strong. I probably should have taken the Snake, actually. Each turn, if the first card played is an attack, damage from that attack is duplicated onto a random character on the battlefield. Oh, that's been reworked. You know what? We'll take it. Let's go. When I passed north through the Crimson Steppes, my journey was much more difficult than it is now. Things didn't go so well. But the truce between humans and orcs did its job, making it easier for me to cross the dangerous wasteland. Perhaps when I become the ruler of the Northern Gate, I can still use this fragile alliance for my own good, and for the good of all humans. Alright. The Court Mage, huh? I think I'm going to do it, team. I'm going to do it. Let's go. A traveling merchant assured me that his potions are unmatched in all Midian. He was casually walking among the demons and the Fire Brothers, which could serve as proof of his word. At least, he didn't doubt the power of his own elixirs. How about for... am I okay with this? We'll talk about it. I need an elixir that can strengthen my pet. Can you prepare one? Can I make an elixir for a pet? Are you making fun of me? Any alchemist can make it, and I will not even bother wasting my time on such nonsense. I need the best, the most potent pet elixir ever created. Now that is interesting. Bring me goblin mushroom soup and consider the best pet elixir yours. Agreed. Can you tell me where I can get that soup? Alas, I cannot. I tried looking for it myself, but I couldn't find it. One thing is clear. You'll have to go to the Crimson Steppes and ask the goblins about it. Useless. Little bastard. But again, this is a roguelike. You know, this is meant to be accumulated over a few runs. I'm just trying to brute force it really quickly. What I wanted from him, should just robbed him, honestly, is his super healing potion. Because I'm about to do something really dumb. I could not watch indifferently as a child prayed to an unholy idol. He probably didn't even know what he was doing. However, I was yet to decide myself whether I wanted the power of the Inquilines or to destroy it. I'm already a big girl, and I understand my actions. I made an offering to the idol. What this does is this takes all of your HP, leaving you only with 1, but it upgrades your entire deck. So I'm now at 1 HP. That 100% heal would be pretty nifty, wouldn't it? And you know what? We'll use this. I don't know how to give that to the pet, I gotta be honest. I don't think I have ever been able to do it. Also need to equip this before I visit a campfire. Of which there's only 1 remaining, so... A sort of weakness, huh? Do I visit the Court Mage? I don't know what this event is. Is there an idol in the city? I don't think there is. To my surprise, the guardian of the castle gate did not attack me, but let me in for money. It's probably time to stop being surprised by the demon's erratic behavior. There is neither alliance nor even agreement among themselves. Each has their own motives and their own goals. I can't say that it's that, but we're going to fight him. This guy is actually super terrifying. So we do have to be a little careful. How does this work again? Playing 2 cards at the end of a row changes the intent to Whirlwind. Okay. So, you. End of turn. Whirlwind is the really scary part here. This is a lot of damage to everybody on the field. As you might expect from a Whirlwind. Okay. Boop. 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 So my entire deck is now upgraded thanks to the offering of the idol. And really the only question now is... will I die to this Fire Master thing? That's actually a great question. Boop. Boop.
That's your own fault.
Oh, does he have... Oh. Let's try and kill him. Cool. Gain 10 burning. Upon dealing health damage attacking, one can extra till the end of the turn. This could be super funny. I think we're going to skip it. Dealing health damage, restore 2 health if the target has less than half health. This... Oh, but I lose this. You know what? That's actually probably fine. Wait a minute. We're going to take it. Hold on. With the jab, if there are only attacks left in hand, inflict 2 burning for each card in hand on all enemies. That did a lot of burning. I'm inclined to go to the Court Wizard. Worst case scenario, I can make a healing spell here. I think is what we're going to be doing. Under the influence of demonic corruption, the Court Doctor has gone completely crazy. Although he has not lost his skills, it is nonetheless extremely risky to be treated by a mad doctor. Such a person should be killed as soon as possible before he can harm anyone. Although, judging by the bloodstains on his robe, he already has. The only question is whether to kill him right now or later. Later. I've been cured. Bleeding 5, but I restore 36 HP. Bleeding goes down every turn. Looking at men like Sigismund's court magician, I start to think about many things. Did I say men like Sigismund's court magician? No. He was most definitely a demon, but my slip-up was no accident. My impression of this, creature is that demonism has not affected his mind in any way. On the contrary, after being reborn, he only became better, smarter, and more powerful. What is an acceptable sacrifice for power? Can you sell your soul for the sake of achieving a higher goal? Is my soul really that valuable? And is it worth trading the most valuable thing you have in order to get everything you want? No, if only I knew. With the help of this demon, I can create any spell I want, although I'll have to give every single coin I have for it. So we can create the spell, or we can do a spell against the totem. I think I'm going to create a spell because this is a powerful healing spell. On me, healing with Balm. We'll make it the lose HP. Is this going to be the same? No. Restores 25 health and inflict 5 Balm on the hero. Upon playing, lose 7 health. This number was very different in my Bjorn run. I think that's because in the Bjorn run, he had more max HP. All of our cards have been upgraded, so we're going to take an Ember, which gives us this. And we're going in. Sigismund has done a lot of harm in the Northern Gate, but I bear him no grudge. The worse his subjects feel about him, the better for me. If you overthrow a well-loved ruler, you become a usurper. If you overthrow a hated one, you become a liberator. Do I really care about anything? I'll drink the health potion before the Millenis fight. I really hope I don't need a death-defying trick for her. Alright. Come. Set him on fire. And let's burn, baby, burn. Magnificent.
You're off the hook.
I'm so glad I have a bow. The spike thing is infuriating to deal with. If you don't.
Just like a
Oh.
hedgehog.
Alright, poisoned. Muddle? I don't have any ward this time. We'll go Fire Master. And Ignite. I was full good boy, though, so... I suppose we can do Bloody Hands, why not? And I'll do some burning. I'm gonna evade all this, so it's probably fine. Having Balm on Vanitas feels weird. Good, but weird. Alright. Let's do that. Do this. Call him out. Ah, this is the guy with the little vessel of deception. Interesting. Okay.
You're brimming over with power.
The vessel of deception. Huh. The vessel. There we go. Shall I just kill this? Sure. Because even though I'm not attacking Sigismund, he's still getting burned. The Thing of Deception will suck in all of the cards that you haven't played and, you know, just eat them. You get them all back, though, after you kill it. Well, this is annoying.
You need to protect yourself
Ow?
from the bombs.
How did I get hit by the barbs? Huh. I ignore barb. That's the whole point of my build. Well, good talk, Sigismund.
I'm always glad to meet you here instead of in the tomb.
You know it's not the end yet. Let's see what awaits us in the future.
Your eyes are very red, Mortis.
Elves will hold back the onslaught against the frontier, and it'll be easier for us to urge the parties to negotiate. The Northern Gate will once again become the guarantor of peace among peoples. Thanks to the growth elixir, goblins will be able to assert their right to life and won't let orcs grow too strong. We won't have to deal with this problem. When you killed Sigismund, you saved the Fire Brotherhood, and they won't forget it. You will unite the people disgruntled with the rule of the Inquilines with the Fire Army, and together, you'll put an end to the demon domination.
Everything will be fine. After defeating Millenis, you'll get the throne.
There's an easier way. Destroy all of Mortis's plans, and I won't stand in your way to the throne.
Alrighty. I'm Momma Millenis. Let me just drink this real quick. Alright, so we have the poison, the stun, the death protection for the pet, and the mandrake root. The elixir purification might be more useful than the stun, but we'll see. This is what we're going with. Let's get to work. We could have become allies, but you chose to become Mortis's puppet. As a reminder, we are looking for the symbols, the slightly left-leaning hourglass with the sickle, and the dented pentagram with the top part cut off. And it's a big S when it glows. We didn't even get to see that part yet, but you never know. Okay. A good start, actually. Get our... Right, that hurts me to play. This thing is going to burn in hell. Nice. I think the play is to basically just cycle the entire deck and try to get to that. In fact, if I can call that card back, that'd be pretty spicy. Am I ignoring the pet? I think I am. Even if I summon Hugin, this guy still hits me, so I think the plan is in play. Let's see if we can call this back. Unfortunate. guy's giving himself more block and restoring HP. We can use the worm poison to kill this guy once he's at 29 HP. Okay. We're gonna block, or we're gonna evade this. I don't have too many more evasions in the pocket. Fantastic. This'll do. Okay. Honestly, if I had thrown all of that onto this guy, maybe he would have been in danger. But as long as he doesn't discard my jab thing, I think we're in business. Some business, anyway. I wish I could spread this burn. You are removing my evasion, okay. See what we get from this. We can call on Hugin. Okay. We're actually very close to being able to just poison this. Ooh, was that, okay. It might have discarded my quick jabs. If I don't have to use the worm poison on this, I don't want to. It'd just be beneficial for me if I don't have to. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. There is one more rule I didn't mention. If we get to it, which I would like to. But the rule is, gonna hit him. If a rune is not colored or purple, don't click it. And make sure I don't select a rune that Mortis already has the buff for. Okay. We have a few more turns. He did discard my jabs. It's very unfortunate. I think if I kill the pet, though, this thing will die. Did we work on that? Like, that's 96 burn. Which goes through block. We're running out of time, but I think we'll be okay. Do that. Okay. Yukin's Insubstantiality is in play. I was protecting it with block, but I don't think I have to. We're going to dismiss him. It looks like we're good to go. I should have played come first, but that's okay. Oh, all right. The Mirrored Prince is done. Gone. Destroyed. And this will die as well. Yep. Alright.
Had enough, you beast! It's over for you!
Over? We've only just begun.
Well then show me what else you can do.
This is going to end badly.
Millenis, stop!
Why? What does this all mean?
It means that you're going to die now. I'm tired of playing by the old rules. Learn the new rules.
There's no turning back. You brought this upon
Mortis,
yourself.
what about me? What should I do?
Just watch and remember.
Okay. Okay, that was like an L. It's an S looking thing. Oh god. Uh-huh. Is that what we're looking for?
What are these symbols?
Oh god. That was the pentagram.
Words of the gods.
That's the sickle, I think.
At least we think
Sickle.
so.
Can I repeat them?
Repeating words like a parrot without knowing their meaning. A weapon in the hands of a fool is dangerous for the fool himself.
Shit, I was supposed to be clicking on those. That was when you click on them. Did I play these? Huh. I might need the heal because I fucked up. That's not the heal. Can I play this now? Oh, I can play it now. Shit. Oh! Oh, I fucked up so bad. Okay.
The girl saw the words of the gods. She cannot
Okay.
be allowed to live.
Okay.
I've signed her death warrant.
Millenis, you're the one who showed her the words yourself. And now she has to die? That won't happen.
Okay. So Boris's next attack is empowered. Okay. He has the buff. Okay. Now he has both buffs. Okay, remove the bleeding. Got it. Block the next stun. Okay, I enhance his shield. Okay.
Oh, poor naive Mortis. Did you really believe you could defeat me?
I still believe that.
I hope that's the heal.
Admit it.
I admit that you're a fool, Mortis. Guess how many aces I still have up my sleeve.
Nothing will help you now.
I didn't recognize any stun protection here. It's best not to use this. Okay.
I'll grind you into dust.
Oh, fuck me. That's cursed. Okay, some protection. Okay, power next attack. Evade. It was bleeding. We can minus his next attack. Force restores HP. Can't play that. That's the curse word. We can minus the next attack. Block stun is in play. Did I do it?
You could have died. For my sake?
Don't be dramatic. Everything is under control.
Oh, you've grown completely exhausted.
So at this point, we can finish off Mortis and claim control for ourselves, or we can help him. I read in the comments that in order to unlock the DLC, we have to help him.
What made you defend her so persistently?
The knowledge that I am right. And why have you put on this whole show?
I wanted to play along with you a little bit. Although, to be honest, I thought she'd kill you. But instead, this rogue girl willingly gave up her solo claim to the throne and allowed you to stay by her side. Free will is a mysterious thing. Don't get too comfortable. Everything will change when your interests are no longer aligned. The proverbial balance which you strive to reach means no more to her than it meant to Ingvar. We both know how this can turn out, but you deserve another chance.
Wow, that was crazy. So the reason people don't like that fight is because it's a quick time event in a turn-based game. Usually people who play this game, myself included, aren't down for quick time events. But thankfully it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I was able to make it happen, although I messed up at the start. In the future, when we encounter that again, or if I encounter it again, you can skip the quick time events. I think they added that after the post asking people about it. But this book was added, which gives you a bunch of clues. That's a new thing. Gives you clues to like the events and how you can lead their sequences to unlock more of the stuff. Now that the event log is in, I'm actually more interested in playing the story than before, because again, we can use the event log to track how stuff is going and to see if we can chase down story beats that otherwise I would be completely clueless in. Unfortunately, to make this happen, they did have to reset all of the story progress, which people were not very happy about. This happened in January, but of course, like me, if you're just returning now for the DLC, you get this pop-up. It's like, hey, we have to reset your story mode or else there could be bugs. You can say no, but I can't imagine how bugged this would be if you choose not to reset. Wait, is that an elf scout killing an elf scout? Only the scout can defeat the elven messenger's assassin, but he won't do it because he doesn't know who the assassin is. Oh. Huh. Interesting. I want to know how to talk to this stupid troll. This troll's been here since the beginning, and I've never been able to talk to him. It's foolish to hope that the peacemaker troll can reconcile an elf and a dwarf without your help. Yeah, I know that. Interesting. A whole bunch of quests were added for this guy. The drunk dwarf. The dwarf search group was looking for that fat captive. Could he be important? I can't figure out what this encounter will lead to because it didn't happen. Yeah, by doing this, we should... I remember this guy. If you steal from him, you get like a corrupted potion. Or, it's like a poison potion almost. If the car driver had survived the Lycan's attack, his destiny might have played out in a very interesting way. The history does not speak in conditional tense. History doesn't, but historians most certainly do. All of the time. Oh, hey. The Cursed Sword. That's one of the most surefire ways to get the curse set. You have to pick up the sword. The fate of the wounded bandit is somehow connected with the Cursed Sword, but I failed to make the connection. How? Back in the day, there was a bug where this guy always showed up first, and he would take your only healing potion, or you had to get cursed. It was one of the two. And that goblin could have been saved. But what for? He's going to jump off the cliff anyway. But what for? Oh, I haven't seen this event in a while. Good fun. Demons? Can you get the worm hunter to go hunt demons? That'd be funny. If only the hunter orc knew what kind of trophies are waiting for him in the northern gate. It's a pity you didn't tell him. Because I couldn't. Like I said, it reset all the events, so everything I've done before was... This was the most basic version. The peace pipe. Every time you're offered a peace pipe, you say yes. That's the rule. Them's the rules. I only kind of make them up. Why would an orc shaman smudge steppe animals? I'm afraid we will never know. Smudge? Huh? Is that the orc chieftain seat? You could have taken the lead of an orc clan, but you missed your chance. However, I don't think that upsets you too much. I wonder how you do this. Is that Percival? Good old Knight Percy. Oasis ending description failed. Whoopsie doodles. Hey, it's Batu the Smart! Fun fact, Batu the Smart is so SMRT smart that helping him actually hurts the orcs. It wouldn't be bad to clean up the name of Batu's clan so that orcs might join it more readily. But for that, one would need to become Batu's vassal. He has some very powerful items. Is this the maid? The maiden that I saved in my first run? I should drink the potion. Being on only 1 HP I knew would be bad. Thanks to you, at least one of the Mite's brides was saved. It's terrifying to think what unspeakable horror was waiting for her at the bottom of the bog. Yeah, so all of the... across the playthroughs, your decisions are now, being counted up. And that's why you can... that's why those events are like 0 out of 10, because now that you know, you can go back and, change the story. Under the yoke of the cruel cult keepers and under the control of the heartless elder, the village of the cultists will continue plunging into the darkness of dark rites and fanaticism. Did I do that? I like this guy. I need to visit him more often. This is the Death Keeper. The Death Servant wants to use blood magic. I wonder what would come out of this. To learn that, you take part in the Servant's ritual. You can either sacrifice your blood to awaken a vampiric weapon, or a blood weapon, or you can use him. I've done it on Bjorn, but it gave me Cursed Claws. I wasn't sure. Simeon is going to get an unbelievable number of curses. I wonder who's going to make him that happy. This guy will take your curses for himself. There's something wrong with him. He did one of my runs. Is this the fisherman that gets eaten by mosquitoes? The giant mosquitoes could not kill the fishermen, who were revived by the power of the Ichor, and went home. Oh, that's nice. They added a new model for the player. When you become undead, we briefly saw it in my first attempt against Millenis. The Brother of Fire was cooked in the witch's cauldron. We won't learn what could have happened to him afterwards. That's the boil and toil and trouble event that I didn't go to. Oh, hey, is this the discreet killing of the cannibals, or is this the Keeper Elite battle? Or both? I suppose it could be both. You did not become the Mite's bride, so we won't see the offspring of your union. Lucky for you. You could become the Mite's bride? Percival! Mental support team. That's me! Holy shit, I didn't know I was in the credits. Oh. We found out why the cultists allow elven pilgrims to enter the Rotten Bog. The pilgrims keep the cultists' secret as the Tree of Life is essentially held hostage by the Rotten Bog. Oh, you can find a druid who's in the water stuck, and as Bjorn you can kill him and he has a good laugh. Interesting. So why was I added under mental support team? I mean, I really appreciate it. The messenger of the demons who's soliciting a fealty oath is merely a servant, a small fish. Oh, I'm so happy. I have a big smile on my face. Aww. I see terrible consequences, but I see no reasons for them. It scares me. Is that a nuclear bomb going off? Oh, hey, it's the guard captain. The fat one that ran away like a craven dog. You will put the storekeeper behind bars for selling government equipment. I advise you to do this as soon as possible, because the court blacksmith will be burned by the Brothers of Fire, and the guard may be left without equipment. Oh. Oh yeah, the blacksmith turned into a demon, and he didn't know he was a demon. And if you point that out to him, you're mean. The demonic advisor was planning to take credit for your ascension to the throne, but his plans will not come to fruition. This guy is a weird event because the results are flipped for Percival and Bjorn. on how you react. The fate of the two kids who worship demons is not predetermined. It can be changed. But you couldn't do that, unfortunately. This must be... I think the guy on the left is the one that was praying to the altar, and the other one is the kid with the trinkets. Those trinkets are super sketch. I've never really made use of one. Maybe I should try someday. The merchant will keep his promise and return to the northern gate. He'll take up the court mage's quarters and will supply the guard with the best battle elixirs in the world. Keep his word. You should be lucky I didn't kill him. Oh, it's the kids again. Look at that. Demonic idols have the most noxious impact on children. That is the main danger of these idols. They're really twisting in the knife of, you didn't destroy the idol. What is this? Oh, it's the court mage. Yeah. The court mage tried to create some sort of magical orb, but he wasn't happy with the result. Yeah, he wants a, the eye of the golden buffalo. Probably for that. Just the owner of the cursed sword. Wow, there's more to this than I thought there was. You can burn the old abandoned tavern. Its owner won't like that, but who is he? Really? Huh. Oh, is this the Fire Brother captain? I usually kill him. The Fire Brothers remember well the person who prevented them from burning the village, and now they're looking for you to get revenge. You'll have to solve this problem somehow. Didn't I help them, though? Aw. Thanks for playing. That must be the Red Boon team. It has a Red Boon heart in the bottom left. Nice. Well, that was nice. Alrighty. Well, that brings us to the real purpose we were here for.
Are you satisfied now?
I'm more than satisfied, although I'm not impressed. And you?
I'd like to impress you. I'm capable of more.
Are you sure? We can check that. If all the divinations come true, you'll learn the real limit of the possible.
How will I explain this to them?
Figure it out yourself.
I guess this requires some explanation after all. What do you want to know first? Liar! No, I didn't lie to anyone. Each one of you got what they wanted, but separately. Not all of you at the same time. It just so happened that your aspirations were largely the same.
The same as yours, you mean?
Yeah. And that offers completely new opportunities. Hey, don't look at me like that. How about making dreams come true for all three of you? Would you be against that?
For the three of us at once? Aren't there contradictions between us?
The throne of the Northern Gate is mine.
Percival will serve the people of the Northern Gate and find himself as family among them. Bjorn will get rid of his curse, and the rest doesn't concern him much. Vanadis will finally understand what she really needs.
I need the throne!
Are there any other pretenders to it?
Do you want us to play your games again?
Actually, yes.
Alright, so this is the DLC, The Nightmares of Millenis. Those who have been around for a long time will recognize this is the terror system that was added in early access. Each of these cards presents a challenge. I'm afraid to click on it. Okay. Each of these cards presents a special challenge. For the Emperor, which will be the first video we do, basic deck is doubled. Gain stubbornness, each played card discards a random card from hand. Power, is it the means or the goal? Purposefulness, is it persistence or stubbornness? I think originally it just doubled the deck. I can't remember though. But each tarot will get its own dedicated video. It looks like there are 7 tarots for each character, so that will be 21 videos. And my plan is to have them release every other day so we can get through this. And they should be about an hour, maybe a little bit longer than an hour long. And once all of them are completed, this on the right will open up. And what will it reveal? Well, we're going to have to find out together. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the unlocking of the Nightmares of Millenis. Thank you to the patrons and the channel member support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you would like to share my channel, feel free to join the description down below. And I will see you for the first tarot card, the Emperor.